What's up, folks? It's your boy Z the Real here, and now I'm back with another video. And before I get started, I want to say shouts out to the Tasiki Airmen. Yeah, Tasiki, I think I said that name right. The black man who piloted, you know what I'm saying, who flew those planes and went to war. Okay, I was at the Clipper game last night. They just honored two men. One of them was 96 years old, but they all served in the military. You know what I'm saying? They did their time, so I want to say shouts out to them. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They were celebrating Black History Month. And it was cool. And I just I had the chance to actually go courtside for the first time last night. Shouts out to my friend, my frat brother, Denny Brian Kemp Hernandez. Okay. You know what I'm saying? A good friend of mine. This is one of my brothers from Tonga National. Shouts out to Tonga National. But yeah, he's a season ticket holder, and he had a good friend of his named Gisette. And she's beautiful, by the way. But yeah, she got us into the stadium, man. She got him courtside tickets. She got us VIP interest and everything, and then we made our way in, and then we watched a great game. You know what I'm saying? I've actually got the chance to watch Dirk Nowitzki play his last game in LA officially. Him being a Maverick all this time, he stayed faithful and loyal to that team. For those of you who don't know, Dirk Nowitzki has announced retirement. This is his very last season. So I got the chance to basically watch Dirk Nowitzki up close. Because before then, I would have never even imagined even sitting that close. Because back then, I couldn't afford to sit that close. But, you know what I'm saying, thanks to my frat brother having a hookup, you know, he was able to get us that close. You know, and me and him went to the game. But, you know, just seeing Dirk Nowitzki retire, you know what I'm saying, play his last game, play his last minutes, you know what I'm saying, playing against LA, coming to LA, man, that was a blessing. I thank Dirk Nowitzki for a great career. But I also want to say this, man. The Clippers are looking good right now. They're looking very, very competitive, at least defensively. Okay? So for those who want to, for those who are Clipper fans, like I said, continue to keep your head up. Because we can only get better from here. And see, we made the moves we made just so we can get some of these free agents this summer in July. We made the moves we made. This is why we traded Tobias Harris. We traded Mike Scott. We traded Avery Bradley and packaged Bobans because we want to save money. We want to make cap space. And for those who's wondering, the reason why Gallinari is still on roster, because Gallinari's contract is not that high. He's only making, I think, 22 mil. That was different compared to what Tobias Harris is going to want in summer and to what Avery Bradley was making. Avery Bradley was making double that. Okay. But anyways, so yeah, that's the thing, man. I just watched Montrezl Harrell drop 32 points last night. He's looking good. Like under Doc Rivers has turned him into another Ben Wallace. He's in between Ben Wallace and KG. Like if he develops a good perimeter shot, he'll be like KG. But he's putting up Kevin Garnett type numbers. He's putting up Ben Wallace type numbers. I think he was 32, 5, and 7. Last night. It might have been more than that, but I know he had at least 32 points for sure. But I'm gonna say this, man. For those who watch the game on TV, you gotta watch it in real life. You gotta come watch a basketball. You gotta come watch these games in real life. That means actually go to the stadiums and actually see these games in person, live. Okay. You just can't be watching these games on TV. Yeah, watch the games on TV. Watching the games on TV is different from watching it in live. Because when you watch the game in live, it's a whole different atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's a different environment. You get to see the action firsthand, you know what I'm saying, up close, how you would if, let's say, if you was playing in a regular gym. Okay? Last night, I just saw Luka Doncic for the first time. Now, Luka Doncic is very big. I'll tell you that now. That guy is a mismatch for most other guards in the league because they're not built like he is. Now, Luka Doncic is mostly a forward. This is a guy who can play literally 4 positions. He could play the 1 through the 4, easy. He can play the point guard, shooting guard, power forward. He can even play center if you really need him to. If you want to go a small ball lineup, you can easily put Doncic at the center position because he's that much size on him. Okay? I'm going to tell you now, Luka Doncic bullies a lot of point guards. Like just last night, right? I just watched Luka Doncic. So they had Luka Doncic go at the 1 and 2. He was rotating at the 1 and 2 with Tim Hardaway Jr. Now, Tim Hardaway Jr. is pretty tall himself. I don't lie, that man got height. Tim Hardaway Jr., if I'm not mistaken, 6'5". He's in between 6'3" and 6'5", but he's pretty tall. Okay, now he did his thing, but Luka Doncic had a triple-double with 30 points, but I just watched him bully Patrick Beverly. It was a mismatch. Luka Doncic is like twice Patrick Beverly's size. I'm looking at it. He's basically built like Magic. He's basically the European version of Magic Johnson. And I say that figuratively, metaphorically. Of course, nobody can beat Magic, but as far as his build and his size, he's basically built like Magic Johnson was. Okay? You look at Luka, I'm looking at Luka Doncic. No, I literally, man, can drive to him and he bullies you. He's everything Ben Simmons is not. Because the problem with Ben Simmons is, to me, is strictly a forward. He's not really a point guard. Ben Simmons is immature. I say more of a small forward, power forward. The only real reason why Ben Simmons is even running a point guard position because Markelle Fultz basically had a Greg Oden type rookie season where he was injured most of that rookie season. He didn't play, and then even last season, you know what I'm saying? I think not even last season they traded Markelle Fultz because again he didn't do much. Yeah, he didn't do nothing all this season. So they basically wasted a first round draft pick on him. And they didn't use Larry Shamet. They didn't use JJ Redick at point guard, so they made Ben the point guard. But Ben Simmons is more of a forward. He's not a guard because he doesn't have a three-point shot that well. Doncic has a three-pointer on him, and he can shoot the perimeter really well. So I watched that. I also watched Zubac. Zubac is really good for them. And yeah, much as I like Boban Marjanovic, I miss Marjanovic, Zubac does a little bit more for you than Boban does. Because Zubac will actually Zubac is more aggressive than Boban. Yeah, all Boban gonna do is get the rebound and try to give you a second chance opportunity. Zubac will actually try to score inside the paint. Zubac will do a little bit more for you. He's a little bit more dynamic as a center. And then Zubac can also shoot a little bit. He has a little bit of perimeter on him. But that's why they got Zubac, because Zubac puts up more stats than Boban. And of course the 76ers are giving Boban Marjanovic more minutes because again, they don't have too much. Again, they need he's a backup for Embiid. They traded away Ilyasova. I think Saric is injured. I ain't seen much of Saric, so that's why Boban is getting more playing time. But no, I mean, yeah, Zubac. I think Zubac does a little bit more for you than Boban Marjanovic does. Okay, but again, I always say, again, y'all gotta see it. Like y'all gotta, for those that saying the game is scripted and rigged, y'all gotta see the game firsthand. Because last night that game wasn't rigged at all. For what I seen, that game was nowhere near rigged. The referees all called a fair game. See, it's different from seeing it. It's different. Like it's different seeing a game in TV than you would on live. Okay, that's what I'm saying. The ones who see the game and actually come to the arena and see the game live, they're not saying it's rigged. Okay, so there's a difference. Because when you see the game live in person, you actually come to the stadiums. You spend however much you spend, even if you have to go to the nosebleed section. Once you see the game in person, you see the other fans. And you see it courtside. I'm not talking about going up to the top level. I'm not saying going to the middle top level. I'm seeing it down courtside, down where you can see the scorekeepers. Because where I was sitting at last night with my brother Denny, we was looking at the game from where we seen it from. You can see the scorekeepers literally keeping score. You can see the commentators right there at the bench. You can see where the Clippers bench and where the Mavericks bench was. I was sitting across from where they bench was. I wasn't sitting behind him, I was sitting across from him. So I could see Rick Carlisle. We were sitting on the Maverick side of the bench, across from where the Mavericks is. So I could see Kristaps Porzingis, who by the way is injured. I think he's out for the season. But he was the tallest guy up there. Like Porzingis was extremely noticeable. I think he was wearing like a blue coat, a blue blazer with a white shirt on, with white shoes. So you see Porzingis and then you see the Dallas Mavericks side. That's why we were seeing Dirk Nowitzki. Because I was seeing Dirk Nowitzki doing warm-up. And then the other side is the Clippers, but you can literally see Doc Rivers from where I was. You can easily see Doc Rivers. But again, man, y'all gotta see these games in person, okay? Don't just watch them on TV. Cause see, this is the problem when people watch games on TV. The ones who come up with these conspiracy theories, they watch too much television, and then they watching too much YouTube. They watching too many movies, and they think everything's on camera as a scripted. Okay, that's the problem with people watching it on TV. Because let the record be known. Let the truth be told. The people who actually rigged these games have all gotten caught for it. Every last one of them. Any ref that rigged the game, any player caught gambling, they've all been caught for it. Every last one of them. Okay? There's cameras everywhere on these games. I mean everywhere. Okay? I think in the Staples Center there's at least about like 25 something cameras or 30 something cameras posted everywhere in all angles. Okay? So they're not gonna miss nothing. That's like I said. Let's say if a fan was to throw a bottle onto the court, they'll easily pick that up. You got security guards everywhere. Okay. So anything goes wrong with it, they're gonna find it. This is why Tom Brady got caught for the Deflategate. Okay. You're not gonna get away from nothing in these games at all. Nothing. Everything's gonna be reviewed. Even in the Saints-Rams games, the ref that didn't make that call, that pass interference call, his ass got fined because they reviewed it on camera. So for those that say the game is scripted and rigged, those are the ones who actually have never been to an actual arena. You never going to you never been inside Staples. You never going to MetLife Stadium. You never going inside none of these arenas and actually paid money to actually see these games in person. That means you never took your camera phone and actually took a picture of somebody in real life. Somebody, you know what I'm saying, outside the TV screen. You never did that before. And for the idiots that saying there's madness on those basketballs, shame on you. These are people who literally are smoking. They're doing too much drugs. Do not listen to nobody. Don't take anybody seriously that tell you there's madness on the basketball court. I know there's a couple of videos out there. Anybody tell you there's madness on these basketball court clearly have never actually shot a basketball a day in their life. Again, they don't come to these arenas. Because there's madness on these basketball court. Players like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, okay, Klay Thompson, Durant, all right, Devin Booker. Those players will each have over 100 points on their total, okay. The game Kobe had, if there's really max on the court, the game Kobe had against the Raptors in 06 when he dropped 81, that 81 would have turned to 281 if that was the case. Or if not 281, it would have been at least around 175 points. If there was really madness on the basketball court. If there's madness on the basketball court, then how come these players can miss free throws when they shoot it? Everybody don't have perfect aim like that. Everybody's not shooting 75, 80% on the court. Everybody's not Steph Curry. Okay, everybody's not Kevin Durant. And everybody's not Kyle Lowry or Paul George. Everybody's not a consistent three-point shooter like that. Okay? Y'all gotta understand that, man. Yeah, y'all need to leave these conspiracy theories alone. And this is why I'm doing my videos, to show y'all these conspiracies are not to be taken seriously. They don't understand the game at all. Because if you show up to these arenas, like if you go to a baseball game going to a baseball game and paying money to go into the stadiums and say an actual baseball game is different than watching on TV. Yeah, TV you're gonna be bored. Okay? Because when you got a TV, we at home TV, you can literally turn the channel and watch something else. You're gonna lose interest, period, unless you're really into baseball like that. When you go to these games and actually see it in person, and you get the chance to see these athletes up close and get around them and see how they practice, see how much time they put in, and then you have a different understanding with it. It's like I told y'all before, these athletes put numerous hours a day into their craft. Their whole life is based on the sport they play. Okay? This is an example. I went to the Clipper game. Before the game starts, you got these basketball players doing warm-up drills where they shooting the basketball, they stretching. Okay? You got the coach right there going over plays with the coordinators. You got the assistants, okay? You got the assistant coordinators. You got the assistant head coach. And you got a defensive coordinator. You got an offensive coordinator. All right? They run over game plan. They run over strategy. And this is before they leave the locker room. All right? But I got the chance to see Patrick Beverly up close. I got the chance to see Lou Williams. And that's another thing. Lou Williams is great, man. I ain't lying. He's tremendous. And I found out that Lou Williams does not like being a starting shooting guard. He's a six-man. He prefers a six-man position. One of the reasons why he's not on the Lakers right now, because my friend told me this. The reason why he chose not to be on the Lakers no more, because they keep trying to make him a franchise guard. He didn't want to be that. He likes taking a lesser role. He don't want to be a guard. He wants to be the one who makes the bench look good. So that's his role. He's been playing a bench role most of his career. And the one time he's been a consistent starter like that, when his early years in Philadelphia, when Allen Iverson left, because they had nothing else. So he's forced out to take a starting role with Kyle Korver because the 76ers didn't have much else. Allen Iverson had already been left, or he got traded, so he was gone at that time. So Lou Williams was forced out to be a starter along with Kyle Korver when Kyle Korver came over there. But that was once upon a time. But Lou Williams is literally 3-time six-man of the year. But again, he does well off the bench. Okay, so the Clippers got something there. The Clippers right now, man, like all they missing right now is a Kevin Durant. my friend Denny, by the way, is a Laker fan. He's not a Clipper fan, but he understands that the Clippers are competitive. He understands that the Clippers can compete for a championship. And Denny even told me he can name at least 5 players who the Clippers can sign right now that can literally help them win a championship. Okay? But for what I've seen, the Clippers are way better defensively than when they was the last 2 years. And again, man, I love Lob City. I love Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin. But let's be honest, that wasn't a good Clipper team. Because Chris Paul, and for what we've seen, he's an injury liability. Okay? He's getting too fragile in his career. Every time you need Chris Paul, when you last suspect Chris Paul is going to get injured with a hamstring or a knee injury, he's going to be missing games to where you need him in playoffs. He can't show up. He's not there for you. All right, we've seen this. But the Clippers have totally rebuilt from that. This is why Jerry West told them to go and make the trades they did, make the moves they did in the last 2 years. So the last 2 years, the Clippers have cleared up cap space, so they can go after at least 2 free agents. They can make a deal with other players to come join them as well, other reserve players. Matter of fact, the Clippers right now, if they want to, they can not only get a Kawhi Leonard, they can get a Kyrie Irving possibly, or Klay Thompson, depending on if Durant re-signs with Golden State. And then they can also bring in a Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler also has announced interest in joining the Clippers. Jimmy can either he go to Lakers as well, but he also say he wouldn't mind playing for the Clipper team. And if you put Jimmy Butler in there with a Kawhi Leonard, then again, the Clippers could be ready to compete for a championship. You know, I believe that the Philadelphia 76ers will pay Jimmy Butler his money. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give Tobias and Jimmy Butler the money. I believe the Clippers could get Jimmy Butler too. The Clippers could get a Kemba Walker if they wanted to. They got the money. And another thing too, y'all need to stop listening to people like Sport Hub. Stop listening to those particular channels. Okay, don't listen to nobody that does not give you accurate information. If you go to any one of these channels, you know what I'm saying, whether it be RB the Breakthrough, Legend of Winning, aka Low, whether it be Carcino for Life, see what they tell you, but then go back and do your own research. Okay, go back and look at those deals. Look at the off season right now. Because even on Sport Hub's last 2 videos, he's bringing up players that the Lakers are not even interested in. The Lakers don't want no Carmelo Anthony. I'm telling you that now. There's a reason why they pursue AD so much, because they don't want Carmelo Anthony. The problem with Carmelo is Carmelo don't want to take no backup role. Okay? He's not a starting forward no more. You got too many teams that got better forwards, they got younger forwards that start on their team. They don't need Carmelo Anthony. This is why the Celtics didn't go after him. They got too many guys over there. No, the Lakers don't want Carmelo Anthony. And LeBron has even said it in the interview, we're not concerned with Carmelo Anthony. He's not on our mind. And then Sport Hub even had the nerve to bring up Ray Allen. Ray Allen is retired. He ain't going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Ray Allen went, this is what I say, Ray Allen was a free agent for a whole season in the 2015-2016 season, because he left the Heat after they lost that championship to Spurs, to the San Antonio Spurs, right? His contract is up, right? Ray Allen was a free agent for an entire season before he finally announced retirement in the 2016-2017 season. So that was over 4 years ago. Okay? So y'all need to understand that Ray Allen's not going to come back. They're not going to take Swaggy P back neither. Why would Swaggy P want to come back to the Lakers after everything that happened? You know what I'm saying? After what DeAndre Russell did him. They trade Russell and they trade him too. Why would he want to come back to the Lakers? Why would he want to come back to somewhere that he ain't wanted? All right. Why would the Lakers pick him up, and then why would Swaggy P want to come back to the Lakers and he just won a ring with Golden State last year? That doesn't make an ounce of sense. This is what I told you in my last video. Sport Hub didn't know that the Lakers wasn't even trying to trade for Bradley Beal. The Wizards was never going to trade a Beal, and yeah, he told you that. I told you, man, the man need to change his titles. Now, DeAndre Jordan is a possibility, but even then, DeAndre Jordan is still under the New York Knicks. The buyout hasn't even officially happened yet. That's the problem with channels like Sport Hub. He reports some things that has not officially happened yet. You can't make predictions. You can't report things that hasn't happened yet, because then you just sound like a biased fan. Now, if you're going to do a video, you got to do of things that actually been reported, not what's going to happen. Because knowing the New York Knicks might actually keep DeAndre Jordan on contract. If the Knicks was smart, they'll keep DeAndre Jordan, because again, there's a chance they're not going to get a Kevin Durant. There's a chance they're not going to get a Kyrie Irving. There's a chance they're not going to get the free agents they want. They definitely ain't finna get a Tobias Harris, or they might not even get a Tobias Harris or Jimmy Butler, because Philly may re-sign both of them. Okay? There's a chance they might not get a Kemba Walker. So if you the New York Knicks, you keep DeAndre Jordan, because DeAndre Jordan is the best center that you're going to find. DeAndre Jordan is better than most other centers in the league. Yeah, of course he's not a Joel Embiid. He's not an Al Horford. Okay? You know, he's not a DeAndre Ayton. You know, he's not somebody that got that kind of size. You know, he's not a Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's not Anthony Davis. But again, DeAndre Jordan gives you defense. He gives you rebounding. Okay, he can dunk the ball well. You can lob it to him. He'll score inside the paint. He's worked better on his free throws. But again, I think the main reason why Dallas traded him is because I think Mark Cuban and Carlisle wants an international lineup. They want to pair Porzingis up with Luka Doncic. And once Porzingis come back, that's going to be a very, very dangerous lineup. And I reported that before. Like I said, I saw Porzingis last night. He's tall. That man's literally almost 7 foot. He's like he's in between like 6'11" and 7'1". Guy is very, very big and tall, man. Very tall. And just like Luka Doncic is bigger than the average guard. Okay? That man's a power forward and power forward with point guard skills. It's like watching big baby Glenn Davis run the point guard, run the floor. Okay, that's basically Luka Doncic. He has a build like Magic Johnson is. All right? But that's why the Mavericks did it, because they trying to take a page out of San Antonio's book and go international. And then that's another, they got more than one international player too. They got Majiri over there. They got some international players. They got quite a few over there that they're blending in. And I got the chance to see Devin Harris play too. That's another good thing. I watched Devin Harris when he was on the Mavericks before, when he went to the championship that first year, when they lost to the Miami Heat. So Devin Harris is still there. He's a veteran. But I got the chance to see him, so that was a good thing. Because Devin Harris is about on his way to retirement too. And then my friend Denny said he goes to those games. He mostly goes to Clipper games when they playing against some players like Vince Carter. Because even then, this is Vince Carter's last year. I think Vince Carter is set to retire too. So Vince Carter was only there in the league so he could get his achievement. He get his career points up and get his achievements, but I think he's about done too. So again, man, that's the video, man. I say, man, for those who watch this game at home, y'all gotta make your way to an actual game. If you're a real fan of whichever NBA team you're a fan of, if you're not a fan of Clippers, if you're a fan of any other team, whether you be a fan of the LA Clippers, Lakers, or any one other team in the league, man, go see your favorite team play. Don't make that your goal right now if you're a sports fan like I am. Because for the last like 4 or 5 years, I'm going to Clipper games consistently. All right. But for those who are watching this video, man, go see an actual game. Don't just watch the game on TV. Save your money up and go to a stadium and go watch your favorite team play against whoever they're gonna play against. And then you'll see a difference in watching the game in real life than watching it on TV. Because again, you got a lot of these nutcases, a lot of these idiots, these gematria people with a calculator who watch the TV at home, but they don't actually watch it in real life. They don't actually go and pay money. They don't spend $200-$300 or they don't spend $80-some on a ticket to go see it and watch it in person. But they'll watch it in TV all day long. They'll watch a YouTube video and tell you that it's scripted and rigged, and tell you that these players are doing all these kind of things, all this far-fetched stuff. They'll blame it on conspiracy theories. They'll bring up Freemasonry. They'll bring up the Illuminati. They'll bring up the devil. They bring up MK Ultra and tell you how this is how these players are reacting, and this is how they're gonna perform. Like, no, man. Go and see the game for yourself. Go pay money. Go on one of these these ticket sites. There's plenty of these ticket agencies that's being promoted. Okay, go on the internet and pay for you a game to go see. Okay, for those that live in California, whether you live in the Bay Area, where you live in the Golden State, Sacramento area, or where you go in the LA area, go and watch one of these games. I said, go come to a Clippers or a Lakers game, pay for a ticket and go see for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go watch it courtside. Because we watch it courtside like I did last night, you see the game differently. Because me, I saw everything. I saw every foul, every free throw being thrown, every three-point shot. I could see everything. I could literally see the players take the ball in court and literally go inside the paint. So I seen this. Was no cheating or rigging going on at all. None. No, Montrezl Harrell really did score 32 points. And like I said before, Montrezl Harrell is playing way better since he has Doc Rivers. You see, when he had D'Antoni doesn't use everybody like that. He doesn't. D'Antoni runs his team differently. But Doc Rivers knows how to use power forwards and centers. This is why Ben Wallace and Kevin Garnett looked as good as they did. This is why Paul Pierce had the career he did under Doc Rivers, because again, Doc has an understanding for basketball. Doc Rivers was once a player himself. And Doc Rivers was originally a LA Clipper. He got drafted to the Clippers back in I think the 1980s. The 1980s, almost early 90s. Yeah, I think it was 1980s. He got drafted. I think he was like a San Diego Clipper or something like that. I think if he was a San Diego Clipper, he was an LA Clipper. But he was one of those. He got drafted to the Clippers originally. So again, he has lineage. He has history with this Clipper team anyway. This is one of the reasons why he stayed. This is one of the reasons why Doc Rivers decided to stay put with the Clippers so much, because he has sentimental value. He has a heart for this team. Okay? So if you are any one of these people who go on YouTube on a daily and you watch these conspiracy videos, you watching anybody tell you the game is scripted, the game is rigged, there's madness on the basketball court, you watching people use these athletes as satanic stuff to it, you see anybody using gematria, just know those people have never seen an actual game a day in their life. They haven't actually gone to no stadiums. They don't go to no arenas. They don't go pay money to go sit up courtside. They don't pay no money to go to an actual stadium to see the game. They watch it on TV. Don't listen to those at all. Don't listen to particular people, because you know the ones who actually watch basketball and know what they talk about. They don't bring up conspiracy theory at all. They don't. Like I said, I subscribe to RB the Breakthrough. I subscribe to Legend of Winning, and I'm subscribed to Carcino, because those guys don't bring none of this up. You don't never see Carcino bring up no gematria coming out of his mouth at all, because he knows that stuff ain't got nothing to do with the game itself. Okay, so like I said, watch those guys. But again, don't listen to Sport. Don't listen to Sport Hub. Don't listen to nobody that sound biased. Don't listen to Zachary K. Hubbard. Stay away from them particular channels. Okay. No, it's like me. Like I said, I just went to that game last night. I seen this already. I seen Doc Rivers literally stop the game in the last 95 seconds and give Dirk Nowitzki a standing ovation. I just watched Dirk Nowitzki literally play his last game in LA. I saw Porzingis, who was the future of that team. I seen all of this. I seen Larry Schmidt. Okay, I saw Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And I'm still upset that Jerome Robinson didn't get no playing time last night. He didn't play at all. But again, I just seen him during warm-ups, shooting baskets, okay, doing layups, all right? So I watched all of this, all right? Go watch your favorite team play, okay? Because I guarantee you, if you go to the actual stadium and stand in line, you go inside the stadium, and you see all these banners, you see championship banners on the wall, and you go to the actual arena, and you see the lights, you see the cameras, you see the commentators, you listen to the DJ, you see the people dancing, you go think of sports very differently than watching it on TV. Okay, so that's again, man. The people who do these videos say the game is rigged, the game is scripted. They have not actually gone to an actual game before at all. Because I saw no rigging going on at all. But anyway, folks, that's the video, man. Shouts out to all my subscribers, man. Like, comment, you know what I'm saying? Stay blessed, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.